part of Canada. How I got there, that's a whole nother story. We don't have time for that. But I'm up there in Canada teaching, and one of the parents, he hears me, and I'm playing Joni Mitchell in my car. And he goes, Joni. And I went, yeah, you like Joni Mitchell? He goes, yeah, she's okay. I went to school with her. Turns out he had gone to school with Joni Mitchell in Saskatchewan. I don't know how many of you guys have ever heard of Saskatchewan. It's kind of one of the Western Canadian provinces. Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. That's where Joni Mitchell grew up. And the only thing he really had to say about her was, yeah, I remember her. We called her Weird Joni.
Well, Joni Mitchell
had to come from somewhere.
Absolutely. Well, it's 12:01, so I've gone ahead and pulled us into our live feed on YouTube. And we are up to 34 participants, and we can just get started whenever you're ready. I'm going to stop sharing this screen.
And then we're going to, let me make sure I have all my screens ready. So you guys have been, have certainly been Zooming this week. So I assume all of the etiquettes and how we do stuff are pretty solid with you now. And this is a little different in that we kind of like folks to be unmuted. But if you're in a situation where, you know, it's going to be disturbing to you or to everyone else, go ahead and mute yourself. Obviously, we want to see you. We want everybody to be there. And most of us are we on Spotlight video?
Yeah, we are right now. I'll take it off when we have kids participating more.
Gotcha. At times, we will go to gallery so that we can all kind of see each other.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of how we do this, and got a lot to get through, and really happy you guys to be sharing this time with me. Some of you have been with me before, and that's great. Some of you are seeing me for the first time, and what I do is I'm a storyteller. I get to go around every day. That's my day job. I get to do after school programs, usually K-5, and share with them the process and the power of storytelling. It's great. We talk about their communities and their families, and we're going to do a little bit of that today ourselves. But that's my main job. But I got to fix my rug here, otherwise you'll hear me too much. Oh, also, I get to do this. I get to work with various pageantry groups all over the country, and I work with them on telling their story, on how to perform and communicate that story. We take theater skills and we apply it to the pageantry arts, and I really love doing this because, you know, you guys are here now in this band, loving doing band, because you're the type of person that likes that structure. You're the type of person that takes direction well. You're also the type of person that feels comfortable in a structured environment. You tell me where to march, I'm good to go. You tell me how many counts, I'm good to go. You do that well. That's why the Round Rock program has been so impressive over the years. You've got great staff. You guys are good at what you do. So I get to come in and mess all that up a little bit to allow you not to be so concerned with the exact count or the exact shape or even the exact time. I come in and say, let's keep that in mind, but let's think about the story we're telling. Let's think about the ideas that we're sharing and how we can do that, not just through notes and places in space, but through an underlying story. And one of the things we're going to get to do today is kind of talk about our origin story, but we'll get to that later. So that's kind of what we're doing. Ms. Catherine, is there anything else we might want to review here before our countdown?
I don't think so. I think we're good to go.
All right. And I'm gonna look for two volunteers, Jordan and Miranda. You guys are our first volunteers. So I'd like everyone to stand up now. And hopefully you've got room around you to be able to stand up comfortably and to kind of be able to open your arms up so that you're not knocking anything over or you. And I just kind of like you to stand there for a second in a nice, comfortable second position. Relax those shoulders. I don't know who you can see right now. We might want to go to gallery now if we can.
We're on gallery now.
Okay, good. So Miranda and who was it? Jordan. I want you guys to do a countdown. Miranda, I would like you to start at 10. Then Jordan, you can do 9, and then 8, and then 7, all the way down to 1. Make sense, guys? You got to hear from Miranda and Jordan. You guys got it? Can I hear you?
Yes.
So, everybody else, I just want you to relax for a second. If you feel comfortable enough, just close your eyes for a second. And let's listen to Miranda and Jordan count down from 10. And while they do this, I want you to think about and only think about your breath. Start us off, Miranda.
10,
9,
8,
8,
down,
7,
slow it
6,
down,
5,
4,
down,
4,
3,
2,
1.
let that breath go into your feet. See if your feet can become nice and heavy. Blowing that breath down, and now let your legs become nice and heavy. And your shoulders. Everything is just nice and heavy and planting right into the floor. You don't have to be concerned about what you did 10 minutes ago or what you're going to do now. Just think about your breath and think about being here right now in this class. All right, open your eyes if they were closed. Okay, so here's one of the things I love doing on Zoom because it makes us all kind of look silly and it's a fun picture taking time. So I would like to play Alien, Tiger, Cow. Now, some of you have played this with me before, I'm sure. You may remember. Some of you have never played this, and that's even better. So this is what we do. This is Alien, Tiger, Cow. I want you to do what you see me do. An alien does this. Woo, 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 woo. Let me see it. Go. Okay, good. When you do that woo-woo, you gotta lean in. So I really see it, right? Let's try that again. What does the alien do? Go.
Thank you.
Okay, your alien is coming along. So a tiger does this. Let me see your tiger.
Yeah.
There's a guttural thing about that tiger, right? It goes deep. Now remember, aliens all up here. Woo, 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 woo. Tiger's all here. Rah! And this is important for some reason. Ah! Okay, so let me hear your tiger. Ready, set, go. You know, I should have made that a dragon, huh? That would have been, I have to remember that. Call it, that's the dragon, right? The dragon. The third one, my favorite, is the cow. Cow does this. Let me see your cow. Those are your udders. Okay. So I am going to count to after 3, everybody is going to do one of those 3 characters. You're either going to do alien, or you're going to do a dragon, or you're going to do a cow. Alien, dragon, cow. And let's see if we all do the same one. Just by accident. But here's the thing, right? You really have to commit. You can't just be half an alien, right? You can't be alien fingers and no alien face. It's got to be totally committed. If you're a dragon, I want a huge dragon. And of course, my favorite, if you're a cow, you know, be loving. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Cut. That's horrible, but fun. Hey, have you guys ever tried this thing, Happy Birthday, you know, on Zoom?
Yeah.
It never worked, right? It sounds horrible. And it doesn't sound horrible because people don't care. Typically, when you're singing Happy Birthday, it's somebody you kind of like, right? You're at the party. And so everybody gives it their all. It sounds horrible. But the intent and the focus is behind it. And that's the same thing I want with the alien tiger cow exercise. I want so much commitment. You guys ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go! Big! Cut. That was better. Do you feel a little silly?
Definitely.
Yep.
That's the correct answer, though. So.
Right. All right. Here we go. Last time. 1, 2, 3, go. Hopefully you didn't wake up too many people in your home. But it's like 1 o'clock there or noon or something, so you guys
They're still sleeping.
12:15.
All right. So do you have your pencil and paper ready?
Yeah.
Pencil and paper. I would prefer crayon, personally. Neighbors. Your paper. go. I'm going to give you 5 things to write down in 24 seconds. You're going to have 24 seconds to write these 5 things down. And once you've written them down and I say stop, you then have to show your work. Make sense? Ask you to write down 5 things, and in 24 seconds, I am going to ask you to show your work. So the first thing,
That's not what
I love having, I'm going to have the timer on you guys. I love the timer. So the first thing I would like you to write down is 5 things you do in quarantine. Go. Write down 5 things we do happily, we few do in quarantine. Time is fleeting. You'll learn that as you get older. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Show your work. Put it up there. Put it up there. Show your work. Let me see. It's a little too bright. Gotcha. Hey, Faith.
It's too bright.
Faith, why don't you share with us what you wrote down? Faith, are you there?
Yes, sorry. I wrote down watch TikTok, binge TV, draw, sleep, and
I didn't hear that last one.
eat.
Hey, moving on to the random person, just anybody. Who's next, Faith?
Go with Avery.
I picked sleep, run, walk, read, and then paint rocks.
Good one. All right, moving on. Who's next?
And then I'll just pick a random person. Colin on.
All right. I'm here. I wrote down eat, sleep, live, and walk. I didn't get the 5th one in time.
Just move it on.
All right, let me go choose. All right, let's see who I can choose. How about Rachel? Rachel Fleeting.
I did sleep, watch like TV, out with friends.
Moving on for us.
Styles,
I wrote down watch TV, spend time with family, eat lots of food, and then I did not get time to write down my 4th and 5th. I was on the slower side, taking my time.
So I'm finding out that either I'm asking too many or you guys aren't quick enough. I'm assuming you need to be quicker. Here's the next one. You're going to write down 5 things that don't exist. No. 5 things that don't exist. Well, there's a lot that don't exist. But
Come on.
in these remaining 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Show your work. Show your work. Oh, big point. I don't know. I might disagree with that. Hey,
And only 2.
Maddie?
For real.
Maddie?
My love for the heat is non-existent, don't exist. It's too hot here. No thank you. And magic. Magic don't exist, even though I was a kid.
All right. Move it on, Maddie. Find a random person.
I'm gonna go with the other person than Maddie. So, Maddie Riley.
Okay. I put aliens, unicorns, flying cars, zombies, and werewolves.
Unicorns are real, they're just shy.
I think that's just an opinion there. That's the bio. Right on.
Alright. Daniel.
Dragons, fairy, magic. That's all I could get. I was pretty slow.
Yeah, imagination running, Daniel. Who are you gonna choose?
Let's go Anshul.
Thought so. Okay, I went unicorn, dragon, cyclops, Pokemon, and demigods.
Well, demigods, you know. I mean, come on. He was my favorite demigod, Peter Jackson, right? He's real. I saw him on TV.
Okay, and someone random Ethan Race.
I wrote unicorn, fairy, and dragon.
Couldn't move much beyond that, Ethan. It kind of slowed down for you.
Yeah, I wasn't very fast.
Hey, how many people did dragon? Well, that's not true. You guys are all dragons, right? Dragons exist. That's all I can say. That's all. Lauren, you're not buying it. What did you come up with? Lauren?
Oh, sorry. I only got 2 because I was slow. I put mythological creatures and flying cars.
I put flying cars.
I think flying cars are around.
Almost real.
One of us.
Playing cards for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Okay,
Doesn't
guys,
Elon
last one.
Musk up in space?
Ah, yes. All right, you guys, the last one. 24 seconds. 5 things that you care about. Go. 5 things you care about. 5 things you care about.
I've done it.
On it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Show your work. Show your work. Yeah. I don't think I've heard from Isabella.
Okay, so I put my family, my phone, and TikTok.
Pass it on.
I choose Lauren.
I wrote down my pets, my friends, my life, and color guard.
Ah, I love color guard too. Pass it on. Somebody random, maybe someone you don't know.
I choose Aaliyah Ruiz.
Friends, pets, school, and Buffalo Garrison.
Okay, I said family, my dog, my house, and my phone. I don't know. Care about it. Let's go.
Hey, can y'all be quiet over there? Thanks.
Whoever's yelling at little siblings, I feel you.
No, it's also my parents.
Oh.
Finish hearing?
No.
Keep going.
Yeah.
I don't think would you repeat those?
Am I supposed to pick someone?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. Okay. I didn't know. Sorry. I'll pick Abigail. Shallon.
Shade. I picked my family, my friends, my dog, and theater.
Yeah. Right. So, Miss Kathy, do I have sharing capabilities?
You absolutely do.
Share. I love this. All right. So I am going to tell you guys a story. That's what I do. I'm a storyteller, and it really is kind of my thing. Let me get set up here. There we go. So I want to tell the story. Isn't that sharing completely? There we go. So there was this young archaeologist, right? His name was George, and it's 1855. He finds these tablets. I mean, these really old, thousands of years old, and they've got these strange ancient markings on them all over. It was an ancient lost language, and nobody at the time could understand what those markings meant. So George, being an energetic and determined young man, he devotes his life's work to finding out what those markings were, what they said. He studied the ancient languages. He read the old texts. And after decades, I'm talking decades, after decades, he managed to crack the mysterious ancient markings. For the first time in thousands of years, the tablets had found a new reader. And what they revealed to him was the world's oldest recorded story, the Epic of Gilgamesh, an ancient Mesopotamian poem that was written around 2100 BC. A hero embarks on a difficult journey in which there is romance and seduction, encounters with strange and exotic characters, impossible obstacles to overcome, and a final redemptive character arc. Sound familiar, right? Heard that story before. So fast forward a few millennia, 1965. Kurt Vonnegut, one of my favorite authors. Anybody? If you have not read Kurt Vonnegut, you must. Around here somewhere. Author, philosopher, and hipster in his day. He's given this lecture at the University of Chicago. And he's talking about how he believes that classic stories like Cinderella and Beowulf share the same shape, that they're the same story. Now, this idea was totally rejected by the University of Chicago, and Vonnegut was furious because he thought, why couldn't we put these stories into a computer and see what shapes they make? He thought they had lovely shapes, and then somebody did. It was the University of Vermont. in their computational story lab, they took 1,737 stories and they fed them through a program that analyzed their language for its emotional content. The researchers found out that there are 7 core trajectories through that form the building blocks for narratives, for stories.
Bless you.
Those 7 types of stories. You got your overcoming the monster story. Little Red Riding Hood, you know, you got, who else is in that one? Oh, Jaws, yeah. Anybody else can think of another overcoming the monster story?
Jack and the Beanstalk.
Ah, yes, yes. Hey, you got your rags to riches story. You got Cinderella, David Copperfield. Rags to riches, that's Rocky. Can somebody shout out another one? What's another rags to riches?
Rango.
The Ugly Duckling.
Aladdin.
Definitely Aladdin.
Oh, I think we might have lost Mr. Harris.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Stay hang tight.
We overwhelmed him with answers.
I think Shrek was too powerful.
Maddie,
Yes? Man, don't write it.
I made a squid named Marty.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
All right, he's about to rejoin us. You guys are being great, guys. For your patience.
Thank you, Miss Benford.
I haven't said it yet today. Hi, Tubas.
Miss Benford.
Hi, Miss Benford.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Am I back?
You're back. Let me make
I'm
you.
so sorry, you guys. Can everyone see me?
Yeah.
Am I officially back?
Back and better than ever.
There you go.
There
That's
we
the
go.
important thing. Where were we?
Rags to riches.
Rags to riches.
Rags to riches. Yeah, yeah. Which was what? Cinderella, Jane Eyre, Pretty Woman,
Aladdin.
Rango.
Aladdin. Good one.
Ugly Duckling.
The ugly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. How about Rebirth? Sleeping Beauty. A Christmas Carol. One of my favorites, Shawshank Redemption. What's a rebirth story that might come to mind?
Scrooge.
Ah, yes, yes. Okay, we'll go from here. Now, when you talk about the 7 stories, there's people that believe that there are 6 types of stories. There's people that believe that there's 5. And I kind of go with the 5. Now, Kurt Vonnegut, my hero, my literary hero, he comes up with 7, but he includes comedy, A Midsummer Night's Dream, 4 Weddings and a Friend, funeral, that kind of stuff. And he also includes tragedies, Hamlet, The Godfather. But I think any of those other types of stories can in fact be a comedy or a tragedy. You certainly can have a rags to riches story that could be a comedy or could be a tragedy. So, but if you want to count them, we will. But the one that interests me, especially based on this little talk I'm giving, is The Quest. My favorite types of stories, the Iliad, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, the Epic of Gilgamesh. Any other quests come to mind?
Narnia.
Ah,
Percy Jackson. Percy
Yeah, I was
Jackson.
yeah.
Harry Potter-ish.
Harry Potter, yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Beastmaster.
Right on. So I want you to keep those stories in mind. Keep those types of stories in mind. Got it? Got that? So on the other side, I would love for you to think about your life. Think about your origin story. Everybody's got an origin story, right? Spider-Man, right? He got bit, by that spider. Superman got launched off of an exploding planet. Black Panther came from the only African country never to be colonized. Everybody's got their origin story, and so do you. I know you may not think you've done much to this point in your life, but you've done a lot to be where you are, to be a member of this band, to kind of be working your way through school. It's not an easy thing, and there are certain things that have happened in your life that have helped you get there. Just like Spider-Man got bit. What's your origin story? So I want you to think about your origin story. Would your origin story be a rags to riches story? Would it be a quest? Chew on that for a second. And then I want to give you a sentence frame. And it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to show you because I'm on another computer right now. But you can keep it in mind. I want you to kind of jot this down. If my life was a comic book, it would be and then I'd like you to think about one of those 7 types of stories. So that first sentence should be, if my life were a comic book, it would be a rags to riches story. Or it would be a quest. You know what I'm saying? And then you would say because, got it? Because, big old blank, that's where you're going to tell us your story. And because of that, my superpowers are, got it? So I want you to be able to tell me a bit of a story about your origin using that sentence frame. If my life was a comic book, it would be a blank because blank, 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 and my superpowers are blank. I did have this written down, but did you guys all get it? Are we good?
Can you show us the things with all the types again?
The 7 types?
Yeah, can you
Yes.
tell us?
You've got overcoming the monster, Beowulf, War of the Worlds. You got voyage and return. Remember Alice in Wonderland? You got the rebirth story, which is Sleeping Beauty, a comedy, you know, or a tragedy, Hamlet. And then you have The Quest, or the Iliad, or the Lord of the Rings. I think that, is there one more? Rags to Riches. Rags to Riches. So we're going to give you a few minutes, guys, to kind of chew on this. Kathy's going to move you into breakout groups, and then we're going to bring you back, and we're going to share our stories. Got it?
So we're going to have about 10 kids in every, or 10 people in every breakout room. And you guys just take that moment to discuss amongst yourselves. And then when it's ready to come back in, I'll bring you back into the main room. All right. How many minutes are we giving them, Mr. Harris?
We are at 41. I think we can give them all of 8 minutes.
8 minutes. All right.
Maybe.
Here we go.
Go.
I think Mr. Harris is going to put you in a room as well.
I'm back.
Back better than ever, ladies and gentlemen. The dramatic producer was like, ladies and gentlemen, we're back.
Hello, hello. Hello.
And I think we're back.
Yay.
Has anyone been watching the Umbrella Academy?
Yes.
Yes, I watched all of
That's
season
good.
2 in one day.
Oh, I haven't started season 2 yet.
I'm on the last episode of the first season, so please don't let me.
Oh.
But they keep what's the young one's name? He keeps disappearing, ending up somewhere.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5, yes. It feels like number 5 when we do this. When all of a sudden,
right.
Back to So what I just learned from that was that 8 minutes is too long, but hopefully we got stories out of it. I know we did in my group. Who would like to share a story? Don't make me call on you. Who would like to share one of their comic book stories? All right, Leanna, thank you.
If my life was a comic book, be rags to riches, and my superpower is not magical. I would say respect is from where I was when I was a child, like moved to the U.S. and like I respect the people.
Are we losing you?
Oh, I thought I said everything.
Oh, okay. Pass it on. Pass it on.
Pass it to somebody.
Random person.
A random person. Anybody?
I don't want to pick on someone who doesn't want to be picked.
Oh no.
Okay.
None of that. There'd be no sympathy here.
That's the fun part.
Peace was never an option.
Good luck, Nick Fryer.
Oh, me? Okay. Okay, I said my life would be a rebirth story because as a kid, like, I was not a good kid to be around. That's bad things. But now I can not do that. So I guess my superpower would be just being able to say no to bad things, you know.
So were you a bit of a bully?
At times, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you guys, it's important. One of the reasons why I like doing these type of stories is it's important to recognize the changes that you've gone through already in your lives, and some for the better. I know a lot of guys who in grade school were bullies. You guys know that elementary school yard is hardcore. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
It is hardcore. And you know, some did not ever go out of it, that's for sure. Some remained bullies for the rest of their lives, as far as I could tell. But a lot, it's something you experience, and not that you honor that, but you recognize that, and you recognize how you've already evolved and changed and gotten better at things. So yeah, that's what these stories are about. Who you gonna pass it to?
Okay, I'm gonna pick someone I don't know.
There you go.
Let's see.
Better question. How many people do you know?
I know a lot of people.
Exactly.
Okay.
Let's see.
Therefore, picking on the minority, I see.
Real quick.
Anika Nair, is that how you say it?
No. Okay. Wait, so do I actually have to like, Start with my story.
We believe in you.
Yeah, just share.
have to
Just
present.
share. Go ahead.
If my life was a comic book, it would be Rags to Riches. Okay. Wait, do I have to tell the story?
Yeah, a little bit.
No? Okay.
Yeah, a little bit. You gotta tell us a little bit.
So, okay. So, I was born in a very poor country, but then, oh God. But then I moved to Canada, where I won the lottery. Does that work?
Yeah, I think that.
I'm really bad at storytelling.
Don't worry, you'll get good at it one day.
Nah.
It just takes time.
Bro,
Patience,
no.
young Padawan.
Annika, like 20 years later, talking to her kids, and then the giant went up,
well,
down to the floor. Kids,
what's gonna happen.
Monica, I'm still like practicing.
However,
You've heard my stories, Maddie. I tried to tell
Yeah.
stories, but then it sucks because it never. It's either I forgot how it ends or I mess it up in the middle.
Well, I have a question. You said you won a lottery?
Yeah. I magically became 18 and bought a lottery ticket.
Wow.
Incredible.
Inspiring.
I should try that.
You know,
someday.
we don't have time right now, but you need to develop that story.
No.
Let's pass it on to Randy. I don't think I've heard from Randy today.
If my life was a comic book, it would be a quest because I've had to overcome many things. Yeah.
And you're still working at it.
Yeah.
Can you move it on to one other random person? Anybody will do.
Andrew Wang.
Oh yeah.
That wasn't random.
Where are you?
If my life was a comic book, it would be like an overcoming the monster type of story. Just because there's been like a lot of things in my life that I've had to overcome. So yeah.
Can you give us one example?
Well, I guess like when I was born, I was like born with a heart problem or like a heart condition, and that's something that I've had to overcome like throughout my life.
Yeah. You know, challenges are what kind of strengthen us. I mean, you've heard it in a million different ways, you know. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger. And in these last couple of minutes, I just want you to realize that the process that we just went through is something that you're going to need to do over these next few months. Keep checking in with yourself to make sure that you are aware of your strengths and what's getting you through some pretty radical times. You guys, I am very old. I've never seen anything like this. And you're being asked to deal with something that not many people have had to deal with before. And so by recognizing your strengths, that's going to be able to get you through this. You know, you're all superheroes. And I really appreciate class today because, you know, you guys are just so engaged and giving, and keep sharing your stories. So that's it for me, Miss Kathy.
All right. Let's give Mr. Harris a big round of applause.